The motherfucker that you sleep on will be the nigga that'll do it to you.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care with hands or guns. You know what I'm saying? So you don't go out there and be like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You keep your fucking mouth shut. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's somebody who really knows what they're doing,
Keep your mouth
who's
shut.
not barking.
Nah, you keep your mouth
Worry
shut.
about the guy who's not
Loudest nigga
barking.
in the room, man, is always the weakest one. You know, everybody know that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just keep I'm an analyzer, so I could read body language. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, I seen niggas that even I seen motherfuckers that you want to fuck with. That if a nigga come in the room right now, and the nigga's socks is pulled up like near his knees, you know you might, and his shoes is tied mad tight.
You don't want to fuck with him?
You might want to leave this nigga alone.
He's crazy.
Yeah, you might want to leave him alone.
The Toure Show. Okay, though. The Toure Show. Okay, though.
That might be the best question I've ever been asked.
You're a phenomenal person. I mean, you legendary.
I am a fan of you, my brother.
Yo, Ghostface Killah is one of the greatest MCs of all time and an excellent brother. We get into morality and Islam, his relationship with Old Dirty, with RZA, with his kids, all kinds of stuff in this conversation. Wide-ranging. When he had diabetes while they were making Only Built for Cuban Links but didn't know he had diabetes, and he was having intrusive thoughts, and it's wild. It's an amazing conversation. I love this brother. I've known him for a very long time, and it's all love. Let's get into it. It's Ghostface Killah on Touré Show.
Doing this shit.
Ghost,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm chilling, man. You know, happy to be here, man. We still 30 years later, man.
Yo, you look good,
Yeah.
son.
Man.
Like, if you said I'm 30, I believe it.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right. Nah, we just praying and just doing what we gotta do.
You work out?
Me and my guy, we over there. I don't try to do no heavy shit because I saw a couples therapy. I had the mad fat face on. So I'm like...
I mean, like, you go to the gym, you box,
we go to the
you
gym.
run?
Yeah,
Like, what do you
none
like?
of that boxing shit, but we go to the gym. A lot of cardio, a lot of, you know, legs and some other stuff. But but nothing heavy.
You happy?
Am I happy? I'm content.
Content?
Yeah, I'm content. You know, because, you know, in life you can still have things that's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, bro. But for the most part, you know what it is? It's I'm more at peace in my mind, you know, like just look at life itself and just, like I said, dealing with a lot of Islam, just, you know, it calms you down.
How?
You know what I mean? It gives you understanding. You know what I mean? Like things that you didn't know, that you might have been afraid of. But when you got the answers to it, it's like, okay, you could just settle in now because you begin to understand, like, why is that? And what made that, and this and that, and you know what I mean? It's just an ongoing conversation that you could just have with you and the Most High, just with yourself, like, and it just keeps you at peace. Like a lot of times, my mind, I might not think how like the average person think, because I think too much, and I go to the depths of it. I didn't really try to figure it out, if you could, but it could bug you out too, though.
You're Muslim now. What were you before? What were you when you were coming up?
It was coming up. I got into Islam 5% Nation. I started like looking at a few lessons and going through a few lessons like that. Like,
As a teen, before
as a
Wu-Tang,
teen.
you was already 5%.
Yeah, when I was going through some lessons before I got with Wu-Tang, but with RZA in them.
Right.
You know, not just Wu-Tang. But it's like it got more enhanced.
Right.
Dealing
More
with,
serious
with
now.
them. Yeah, exactly. Like you start really seeing things for what they really are and not just what it appears to be, like things in his life.
You're one of my favorite MCs of all time. You have
Good looking.
created an incredible body of work.
Thank you.
And one of the things when I hear you rhyme, I think the word relentless. Like the way you attack the beat is relentless. And I'm kind of like, does he breathe? Like, is it the circuit? Like, how do you attack the beat in that way? Because I'm like, he's talking so much for so long. Like, how does he breathe? You know what I'm saying?
A little bit. Like what you more like when I'm laying my verse? Or?
Yeah. When you're doing the verse,
right?
It's so many words and so much, and I'm like when I try to say it back, I'm running out of breath.
Right.
But you don't sound like you're running out of breath. Right. Like the breath sounds strong through the whole verse. But I'm like, damn, this is hard because it's very dense.
I mean, because it depends on what style I'm using.
And you kind of, a lot of times, it's not a yell. But
what you mean?
But it's kind of,
I know, like a higher. I know what you mean.
I'm really projecting. So then that kind of taxes the lungs too.
Right. And that's just the vocal cord of mine, but it depends on the beat. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I can lay on it, and then sometimes it's like, when it's for like that, I could do as much as I could do, and then, you got to punch in sometimes. You got to punch in.
So you punch sometimes?
Yeah, hell yeah. Punch it all the time. You know what I mean? I punch it. Now that I'm older, when I was younger, it was almost like, you got to really do it. You got to really like...
The whole verse.
Yeah, don't really try to punch nothing. You know what I mean? But I find myself, when I could punch and say it the way I want to say it, you know what I mean? I find it coming off better doing a punch.
Right.
Yeah, because now I could get ahead. I got the breath to get ahead and do that, but I could say it because I could lean on it. It might be a line I just need to lean, and I could just lean on it like, all right, cool, you know what? Because I be with him a lot. So he's the one that'd be like, yo, do it over. Just do it over. Do it again. No, you don't sound right. Do it again. Do it again.
But that's dope that you have somebody who can tell you, you can say that better.
That's right.
Because some MCs clearly don't have that.
Right.
And they need that guy.
No. Yeah, you need that because it's like, because he know what I like and he know what he like. So he's used to me just sitting there like, yeah, nah, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, you know what? You just murdered that. Like, you need nothing to sound good. But I'm the guy, I like to do it again anyway. Like, just so I can have safety to be like, yo, you know what? Let me see if I get that. Do that better than what I did. Because to me, I seem like I could get it better. And I'll just go do it again. Like that. Now, sometimes it don't come out the way that I planned it, where I just got to keep the original, what he said, and just keep the shit like, all right, cool, fuck it.
Like I said, it's not a yell,
right?
But it's high, right? Ray sound like
down there,
right? He's Raekwon's at the bottom of his throat. Right. You're kind of at the top of your throat,
right?
Where did that notion come from? Because that's we know we hear Ghost when right up there.
I think it's a couple of vocals, a couple of tones that I got. I just told it to somebody that I know how to play with now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when I was younger, I wasn't going into it like that. I wanted to, you know what I mean? But I wasn't a master at what I was doing. But I knew where I wanted to go.
But you were incredible from the first album.
Not to me. You know what I mean? Not to me. It seemed like I kind of like held back, and then, all right, you get the Cuban Link, but I'm still finding myself.
Even after Cuban Link, you were still finding yourself.
Because I didn't do good on Iron Man. I didn't do good. You know what I mean? To me, I wasn't in the space. Wasn't in the right place. You know what I mean? I just found I'm a diabetic and shit. It was kind of dark for me. It was kind of dark.
It was a rough time because you just, with Iron Man, you just diagnosed the diabetes.
Yeah, Cuban Link. On Cuban Links.
Well, let's talk about it because we talked about this before, but this is an incredible story.
Yeah.
That when you're making only built for Cuban Links, you had diabetes and you didn't know it.
Didn't know it.
So it's a fact, right? You're hearing voices.
Yeah, I had all that shit.
You had suicidal ideation.
That thing was like,
tell me about that.
Yeah, it was because I didn't know what it was when we started, but it was like, it just kept, like, I know you just started, I forgot where it's, matter of fact, it might have started when I was in Ohio. So it was, and I'm, gun wars, we doing all this, I got shot and this and that and the third. But one day, I don't know, I just smoked some shit, some weed, whatever. And like I told you, I'm standing in the kitchen and everything just got light to me and I just dropped the water on the floor because I couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold it. I ain't passed out. But it was just like, I told my mans and them, I said, yo, I gotta go lay down. This shit, I'm bugging right now. But he said, I'm bugging too. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you ain't bugging like this bugging right here. So I laid down and that's when the shit just was like, started whispering at me. Just whispering at me like, I'm gonna get you. She started going to those worlds, like, and I'm trying to fight it and this, and it was just like, the next morning when I woke up, it was like, the blur of my vision was just kind of like you know how you staticky on the TV?
Yeah.
That's how I was looking out of my fucking eyes and shit. Like everything was just like, damn, like gotta fix the channel on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So and it was lasting like that for like a minute and shit. Like it was just everything was just off. It was just off and shit. And I don't know. And it kind of like made me, you know, shit was making me depressed and I didn't know what it was. I just couldn't figure it out and shit.
You said you had a voice telling you to jump out the window.
Yeah, I had to go. Yeah, shit was telling you to do shit. She was telling you to do
jump
shit.
Out the project window.
Jump off the train, nigga.
Jump out the car window.
The back, the car, all that shit. Like I'm going through all that shit. And the only one that I could tell, because she was telling me like, yo, snuff my man, like, yo, just punch him in his face. And shit. So I'm telling him but I wouldn't tell everybody.
Right.
I'll just tell RZA.
Wow.
Like, yo, shit is telling me to snuff you right now, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? But he's so smart that he'd bring me back by like breaking down the brain on me. Like he'd just talk to me about the brain and tell me what works and how this is connected to this and that and the third. And you know what's the trigger it too? If I smoked again, it'll really come on like massive heavy. And, you know, and I'm like, and I'll sit next to him on a bus and be like, yo, shit is just, you know what I mean? I'll tell him and he'll just talk to me. Him or Papa Wu. And it'll like bring that shit down. It'll bring it down. That's when I started knowing that. And I was still ignoring it, still doing the weed shit. But yeah, all that shit, man.
But as you're going through this significant,
I'm still writing rhymes though.
You're writing.
I'm writing.
Only
so my
built
man's
for
used to
Cuban
be like, you know, one nigga was like, yo, hold on, man, you ain't. How you doing all that? And this is Supreme. I mean, doing Cuban. How you doing all that? And you like this, and you know what I mean? She got you like. I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's just, I don't even know.
Your performance on that is incredible.
I don't even know how I got through it with that because it was like it was off. But you just got off. But and for me to take it off, I'll drink, and then but I'm figuring it out in my head. Like, hold on, why? I don't feel it now. But when it'll go away, it'll come back instantly, fresh the next morning, and I gotta live with that shit the whole fucking morning. So a lot of times I didn't say nothing. I'll just be like to myself, like.
So
you know
then,
what I mean?
so you finally went to the doctor.
I went to the doctor. Yeah, and that's when matter of fact, I went to a psychiatrist, and I'm like, yo, I'm telling him shit, and he's feeding me pills and stuff like that, and I'm telling him like, yo, this shit ain't working and whatever. So he took, you know, he sent me to the, that's when I found out, because he sent me across the street to get some blood work done. My sugar was like in the 5s. So when you got bad blood in you, that dirty blood, like as far as like sugar, like, you know, diabetes, it could play with your mind, you say too, because your blood is not pure. So you're gonna have bad thoughts and all the other shit like that. So now you're telling me that, figuring all that shit out, like, oh, okay. So how I got rid of it, I said, yo, fuck these pills. I'm not doing that shit no more. Whatever coming to me, I'm just gonna ignore it. Just ignore it. And that's what happened. I just ignored that shit. Like, and the more I ignored it, like it's trying to come on me and tell me something, I just like, I'll go do something. Until that shit just totally just vanished and shit. This all Cuban shit. Word.
And now you're on top of it?
I'm on top, I'm on top of it now, yeah.
You take insulin?
It don't come, oh yeah, no, I take insulin.
You inject yourself?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
every day?
Doing that shit.
Like a couple times a day?
I'm on a pump now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on a pump now. So, but I was doing that shit in the beginning.
Yeah.
Taking the, you shooting yourself with the insulin and shit. That's kind of dangerous though. You don't, sometimes you gotta be careful how you know how much you giving yourself. You can fuck around and give yourself too much. Yeah. Fuck around and lay up in, you know, coma or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So that was the whole
and yet,
snowballs
you
worth
in
of
the
shit,
studio
man.
Killing it. And there's always a lot of music and drama in your voice. Not just the lyrics. Lyrics is incredible. But there's a lot of melody, a lot of, like the way that you say the words, putting extra sounds and flavors on it. Like, talk about that.
That's how I write. If something needs to be said a certain way, I'm gonna make sure, like when I'm in the booth, and he say like, yo, that's good, Tony, that's good in there. A lot of times I tell him like, nah, I don't want good. I want great.
Yeah.
I want great. We ain't leaving this shit until it come out excellent. Like, just like, yo, and whatever line that I got the emphasis on, like, I want to really, really get that across on how I wrote it, not how you hearing it. So a lot of the times I gotta go ahead and do it like, no, it was supposed to be said like this, and we'll fix it. And that's it, and continue, and just continue with it. But like, every record is different.
Yeah.
Like I told you when I did the Kendrick Lamar shit, Purple Hearts, I had to really lay on it and cry on it and go into it like where you could feel my soul. Like, yo, and I go through it with him, like, yo, I gotta really get into it, so I gotta really lay on it. And when I'm going through it, I take my time and really get it. And a lot of times, I just won't do like one verse.
Okay.
I'll do like the same verse 3 or 4 times and see which one is the best. The first 8 that I could do, like which sounds the best of setting it off, and I'll take that and add on with that, and that.
How do you write?
I'll complete that. I write I don't really like writing in the studio, but lately I've been writing in the studio.
But historically, you wrote before you got to the studio.
Yes, because I don't like being around people. I like peace. I like quiet. When you're trying to zone in and go in and stuff like that, I prefer that better. And even more better, I prefer like writing in front of water, like a beach or something, like something that's water.
A river.
Or a rainy day or something. Yeah, just water. Water kind of like opens me up. Like go to the beach, you open it up. I wrote a couple of dots on Supreme Clientele at the beach. You know what I mean?
Pen and paper?
In Miami. Pen and paper, yeah, pen and paper. Everything pen and paper. Except for the recent now I still do pen and paper, but I'm like, I'll listen to the beat now when I'm in the studio and just catch it and then go in there and write down 2 lines. I'm not write it down, go sing the 2 lines and then come back, listen to it and add on to those 2 and add on.
If I looked at your page, is there lots of cross-outs or you kind of work it out in your mind?
It's everywhere. It's like it might bug you out, right? It's like you got a piece here, but then you might got a little piece in the corner that connects to this piece under here, and then it's all over the place.
So I wouldn't be able to read it.
Like a nigga, we call it one psychiatrist might be like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy. You know what I mean? Just like yo, this is why he got his shit. But I could read it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be able to read it.
No, because you're gonna have to piece it together.
Because it's all over the place.
You have to piece it together, yeah. But some darts I do got when it's like that, and then you might gotta just go over here to the next page and put that like right over there and shit for the most part though. But it's different.
Set the Tone.
Yeah.
Is the new album.
Yeah.
How are you different as an MC now than, because you've been in the game forever,
Yeah.
surely you must have learned something about MCing that you didn't know as a younger man.
You figure it out. It's like, yeah, even with hooks. You know what I mean? I'm better at hooks now. I can do hooks. I wasn't good at them back then. I know I'm in a space where I really, really know what I want. I really know what I want and how it needs to be said. And try not to really go out of that box. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could easily drift off. Like, for instance, if I'm doing a rap right now, if there's a way where I can't get no more lines after that 8 line or whatever line it's at, I'm not touching it no more. I'll come back to it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to lose focus and start going off and you saying some other shit. You know what I mean? No, I want to, if I know it's chunky and it's bulky and I can't really pull no over lines, you know what? I'm gonna hold it. And I'll do something else, another song or something like that or whatever. I'll come back tomorrow. And that's how I'll go.
Where'd you record this?
For the most part, I recorded it in Staten Island.
You have a studio at home?
Oh no, I'm in a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Phoenix Studio.
You got Nas on this.
Yeah. I got Nas in it.
Which I love because you always love Nas.
Always love Nas.
Oh,
tell him that, yeah.
Right? From Cuban Links, you're shouting out Nas.
Yeah, Cuban Links, yeah. Because Nas is my favorite rapper. Like him and Genius was my 2 favorite rappers. You know,
why Nas?
He's a golden child.
He is.
Since he was I told him that not too long ago too. Like since he came in the game, before I even knew him, before I even knew, I told him. I said, "Yo, these two chicks had like 5 songs of yours of Illmatic before he even came out."
That's where you discovered him. Illmatic.
With the 2 girls. Matter of fact, no, I knew about them before the 2 girls, but they had Illmatic before it came because I was already up on Barbecue.
Live at the barbecue where we all first was like, yo, that kid, right? He came in the game with a big, because like, yo, he said he went to hell for stuff, and who the fuck is that kid?
Word. Kidnapped the president's wife without a plan type shit. You know what I mean? Like hanging niggas like the Ku Klux Klan. Just, he was just saying lines that was never being said before. It didn't say it in a way like it was nonchalant, like it was easy. And I explained that to him like a couple of weeks ago. Like you said some shit with something with more kicks than with a little baby. Yeah, his mother's stomach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like, but he only like early 20s maybe or 19, but thinking about he had bars like
who else are your favorite MCs?
I told you.
You said Nas, you said Jizza, who else?
Nas, Genius. You got G-Rap, Slick Rick.
Cool G-Rap for
yeah,
sure.
you know, you got Rakim, you got Kane. You know, even Ray.
Raekwon,
Ray was like, yo, back then Ray was going bananas. Like he taught me a lot of stuff too.
What did he teach you?
He taught me, he said, yo, you gotta learn how to, not saying I gotta learn how to, that's how I'm taking it. He like, yo, he just came in with fly shit. He had records, songs out before even we was on Wu-Tang, but he would just say fly shit, like fly words and records that I'm like, damn, so, cause I used to use the same words, but he taught me how to get out of that box and just go more. And then gave me more style, like Ray Fly Dresser. He get busy when he come to clothes and shit like that. He know his name brands, like from couches to everything, fly movies, all that shit. So he gave me that spirit, and I always tell people, I apply that from every one of those members in there. I took a piece from them and applied it to myself, and that's what made me me. Like Dirt, all that Dirt gave me my soul. He just, you know what I mean? And I just look and I just study these guys.
Yeah, Dirty and Method Man have this outward, loud, charismatic thing. Right? That like, if you didn't know about the Wu when they was first started, like Dirty or Meth or you would like diamonds shining more than the other. And then you get into it and like, yo, Jizz is also incredible. Deck is also incredible. They're all incredible.
Yeah.
But you three, to me, I think to a lot of people, like had a louder shine that would bring in people who didn't yet know about the movement. You think that's right?
I never looked at it like that. I don't, because when I do it, I just do it because I love it. But as far as to be like, yo, I never looked at it unless somebody say something or whatever. But I'm a humble dude, so it's like I'll just take it and go one ear out the other. But I'd look at my brothers and us as like really like, yo, this is equal shit here. Like I learned from y'all. Like you know what I mean. Like, and that's it. I'll be a team player. I'm gonna play for the team, and that's it.
See, right? That notion comes from RZA, right? That we're all team players here, right? And it's the whole Wu is alphas, is real dudes, is, you know, independent. I'll do it myself. I don't need nobody. And it's always incredible to me that RZA was able to get everybody to be like, rock with my vision for a year or two. If it doesn't work, then y'all could go. But like, just follow me for a year or two. And to get like 8, 9 men who are like alpha and like strong and like independent, okay, we'll come together. Like that was an incredible, just interpersonal achievement.
Right, he had a vision. RZA had a vision.
Because his vision was clear, y'all were willing to follow him?
I mean, that was all we had. You know what I mean? Like I tried to make a record in 87, I guess 87, 88. And you know what I mean? I think my man gassed me out the money and shit. He's like a little $500. He's like, yo, we got to pay the lawyer $500. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So you know me, I gave him the $500 and never see no results on it. and shit like that though. But I got his ass back though, because he's the same guy. He the same guy that when the Wu was going on, he came back to me. We in front of the building, and he was like, "Yo," he said, "Yo, come here." He brought me to his crib. He said, "Yo, what you gonna do?" He said, "You gonna get with this or you gonna get with that?" Stupidest shit you could have said to me, because I said, looked at him. I said, "Get with that." It was over. It was over. It was over and shit. So I had dead that nigga quick. Shot him out though.
Was the plan to never show your face? Was that?
Yeah, the plan was to never really show my face. But I just didn't have, it was new. The mask was kind of new. So I didn't have that many masses. You know what I mean? So it was like, while I'm doing these verses and shit, you can't really breathe under that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Under the
Right.
stocking cap, doing all the other shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, one day I just said, "Yo, fuck that shit, man. I'm taking this shit off." And that was it.
But initially it was.
The plan was like, "Yo, just never show it." And I wish I really never really did. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because could have been dope.
But you
I'd have
love
been
the
dope.
fame.
It's a mystery.
You love the fame.
I mean, listen, but it was more of a mystery. You know what I mean? So I think, just say say at the 50th, I would have took the mask off on the 50th. You know what I mean? I would have blew out of this fucking world right now.
But your
You know what I
face
mean?
is so expressive.
I don't know.
It's a great part of the whole story. When you're rhyming and like,
It would have gave me a whole new wave right now.
yo,
You know what I mean?
how often you think about Dirty?
All the time. All the time. All the time. Because we was close. We was mad close. I seen him do a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And we was close, man. We was close. I think about him all. If he was here right now with his style, he would have had the South in the palm of his hands.
Yeah.
If his mental was straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
they
but
would have
that-
had
but-
him on everything.
But that's the big if.
Yeah.
Because I know I talked to
Yeah.
RZA a bunch of times about it, about trying to help him.
Right.
And he didn't want to be helped.
He didn't want to get
And when
help.
you're an addict who doesn't
Yeah.
want help,
Yeah.
there's nothing we could do.
Yeah. But I think a lot of different spirits was on him where he couldn't escape. Like a lot of forces, evil forces was on him and shit. I remember one chick, I don't really say it too much though, but she said, she told my man, and I always knew that it was her that fucked around and did something to my brother. You know what I mean? So she told one of my guys and shit, like, "Yo, ask Ghost." He said, "Yeah, I did this to him." Like some shit she did, like some root shit she put on him. But I always knew it was her because I saw the evidence with my eyes and shit. The nigga called me, "Yo, check what this bitch did to me," and had clothes burning in the tub and doing all this other shit. After that, he bugged out. But I think me personally, you know what I mean? I think if it wasn't for that, because, you know what I mean? That shit, that whatever I think it's her, you know what I mean? That she had over this nigga. And after that, he was never the same no more though. But the chick told one of my guys, she was like, I guess she might have been drunk one day, spilling her guts out. But every time I see her, I'm like, yo, I didn't want her weight around me. Because I know what the fuck happened. Because I lived like 3 doors down from him.
Right.
And he brought me back to the crib. So, and I seen what went on and like, you know what I mean? And yeah, after that, my brother
So you said that you don't think you were at your best on Iron Man.
Yeah, no.
And you also don't think you were at your best on Cuban Links.
No. Cuban Links, I was cool on Links. I did what I did on Cuban Links. I did what I did. I'm not shooting Links
What's
down.
your best? When were you at your zenith?
I mean, Cuban Links was part of it. Preem was part of it. Even I got a chance to do what I wanted to do when I did Wizard of Poetry. You know what I mean? That was like mainly a whole story R&B album. You know what I mean? But yeah, those was like, let me tell you something. In time, sometimes you might have a phase where it's like, yo, you stuck or you got too much going on where you ain't really 100% focused. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but a lot of my new Supreme clientele shit I did, focus. You know what I mean? This shit I just did here set the tone. I'm focused. You know what I mean? So
it's like a ball player.
Yeah, you focus.
I might have shit going on in my life.
You ain't gonna score 50 all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, you got some brothers that might be like a 92% free throw shooter and shit like that. Right. But remember, you still miss Nate.
But
you know what I mean?
Can't control your life to make sure that you're focused because you might have a fire going on.
And then the music is changing, times is changing, you just going through shit. I mean, it is what it is. If the Most High wanted me to get ahead and be as consistent, I mean, let me get me wrong. Like albums, that's one thing God gave me. He gave me, nigga, I could put together an album and challenge anybody. All right, you want to go album for album? Let's go.
You got it.
You know what I mean?
You got a lot.
Like, I'm talking about even just that new shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he gave me that. But as far as like regular records and doing those others, you know, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just work off the energy that what I'm given.
Right. When you're writing, are you writing to a track or are you just writing like, this is what I want to say and then I'm going to fit it into the track?
Nah, the track allows me to do whatever I need to be done to it.
You start with the track.
I start with the track because the track is the feeling.
And you try to hear the words that should be in the track.
Exactly, because of the call for it. Like when I did All I Got Is You, that track called for it to be like that because it put me in a place where I can't even perform that record on stage because I get too emotional. You know what I mean? So it's in certain tracks, if it's like I did a track called The Sun with Slick Rick and RZA that never made it on Bulletproof Wallets because of the sample. But if it was one of those records that it felt like The Sun. You know what I mean? I wanted Rick on it because I know his instrument. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, boom. So we knocked that out. So certain tracks just call a certain way which should be said on the track and how you should just do whatever you want to do with it. If it feel like a murder on a rainy night, then that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
And the beat feel eerie, like, oh shit, it just felt like somebody just got stabbed behind this curtain or something. You know what I mean? Then it's talking to me. And I'll just go do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how I do
it. You
gotta feel
the vibe of the track.
It's a feeling. And also, you know, I love beats and I love good beats. So it's like, I'll take beats as like, yo, I look at them as women, man. Like, yo, that's a bad motherfucker right there, B. I gotta get that. That's why when I did the joint with Kanye West, I couldn't catch it. I had that beat for like 5 years, 6 years.
Really?
I couldn't catch it. I kept trying to get it, and I couldn't catch it until.
What do you mean? You couldn't get the vibe? You couldn't get the pocket?
I couldn't get none of it. I couldn't get none. I wrote rhymes to it, but it wasn't like how I just caught it now. And that was my last record on that I did.
The joint with Kanye.
That I did. That was my last record that I did.
Your flow is incredible, but I also feel like I get a vibe like he's talking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know he's flowing, but it's also he's talking. Like when you do skits where you're just talking, I'm like, it's not that much different than when he's rhyming. But when he's rhyming, he is completely in the pocket. And but you know what I mean? Like some people, I'm like, he's in the pocket, which is cool. He's flowing. But you, I'm like, it feels like he's talking, even though there's all the music, all the melody in the voice and all. You know what I'm saying?
I get it all the time. I could meet somebody and they'd be like, oh, you talk just how you sound on a record.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But, I mean.
Is that what you're trying to do?
No, hell no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just writing to write.
Yeah.
I'm just writing, and I write shit how I like how shit to be said. Like I just, you know, like I'm me. Like we just, like how we talking right now, it's like, I guess how I rap it. Like, that's it. Like, there's no tricks to it. Like.
But you love
no special
words.
effects. I love words, but I
'Cause
feel I wish it.
you'll flip words. You'll give me
Yeah.
a 3-syllable word, and I could tell like I could tell he loves words.
love words.
And you bring in slang where we
Yeah.
got to figure out. I don't know what he said, but it
Yeah.
sounded ill.
See, yeah.
To like
That's
academic words and
Right,
shit.
so that's a lot of my old shit. You see when people didn't understand me is that when I went to Africa, I created that kind of flow. Like I had no music. So I said, yo, you know what? Let me just make a style. That's when I did Nutmeg. I said Nutmeg in one. So I said, let me do a style that I got words that rhyme right, but they don't mean shit. You know what I mean? A rap that really don't mean nothing. And that's what I did. And to this day, motherfuckers still trying to decipher what I had said. And I can't even tell you what it was because I'm just picked the words just to get ahead and it was just a style. You know what I mean? And I did it on a couple of songs on Supreme Clientele, like I told Nutmeg in one. But that was it. But I love words though, because that's why I love Genius so much.
Yeah.
And Nas in them.
Yeah.
Because they'll take words that's like, damn, like, I didn't even know that shit, what the fuck that meant or what it was. And it's, I gotta look sometime and fuck around, I write a rhyme. I ask Siri, what the fuck is this? And you know what I mean? And like,
But you read the dictionary?
Nah, I don't read the dictionary.
But where do you find words?
I'll take a word, if I know a word, or if I want to know a word, I might ask my man or whatever, like, yo, what does this mean right here? This and that, and you know what I mean? And get the definition of it. And if it fit for what the line that I'm dealing with, I'll go ahead and I'll put it in. I'll fit it in or whatever. But if it don't fit with the line, like the meaning of it don't go with that, then, you know what I mean? Either change the line or put something else in there.
Where did you go in Africa?
I was in Benin.
Uh-huh.
I was in Benin, yeah.
Was that transformative for you?
That was the best place I've ever been in my life. Cause it was in the grit. It was like, it was nothing, I'm not gonna say nothing good about it, but the average person wouldn't want to be there. Yeah.
But I know for us as African Americans, when we go to Africa for the first time, that like changes you.
It changed, yeah, of course.
How did it change you?
I respected it because they make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I seen them take peanuts, man, and step on them and make peanut oil and cook with that same oil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That rolled off of them peanuts.
Yeah.
And then roll it up like that and fry that and go sell it for a nickel or something somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like getting up, man. Like we get up 10 o'clock in the morning, 9, ain't none of that shit over there. I was the only nigga that was sleeping more than them. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, as soon as that motherfucking rooster start clucking, nigga, you know what it is.
Let's go.
Get your ass up.
You know what kills me
You know
is
what I mean?
when you see people carrying big, heavy shit on their head.
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
Like, I'm just
problem.
walking down the street with a big
Big
ass
shit,
bag
yeah.
of peanuts, or I saw a guy carrying a motor, an engine
Right.
on his head.
Right.
No problem.
And we lazy as a motherfucker. See, that goes to show you. Like we too relaxed here in America. We you know what I mean? And I learned like, yo, man, you know, even when you throw away the crust off a whole pizza pie, yo, it's like they go crazy for that crust.
Mm.
But we so spoiled, we throw it away. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody who comes on the show, I talk to them about what does it mean to be black, right? What does being black mean to you?
What does being black mean to me? I mean, first of all, everything originates from the darkness. You know what I mean? We all came from the darkness. So being black to me really is life. It's life. You know what I mean? My soul is everything that's within the universe. You know what I mean? When you look into the universe and you see all what's going on in the universe, and even the things that you can't see is within me. All that exists inside me. Everything. Every planet, every speck of dust, we're made of all of that shit.
Yep.
And that's what it is to me of to be, what do black mean? It means dominant, right? What does man mean? Intelligent, right? So it's dominant intelligence. You know what I mean? So being black, and that's what it just set out to be, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
connected to the people who came before us.
Right.
And all the fight, the deaths, the fights that from the segregated Black Power and Civil Rights movement back to the slaves and all the people who fought for us to have the lives that we have.
Right.
And I'm like, I owe all of them something.
Exactly. That's why it's always good to, even pray for your ancestors.
Yes.
Pray for them. Pray for your grandmother and the ones that passed away.
Yeah.
Because they need prayer too. That helps them. Because a lot of us, not saying we forget about them, but that prayer helps feed them. And people don't even know that. But our ancestors, and we're almost we're like upset to them because we still here doing the dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, listen, man, me and you came off the same boat together. Yeah. Even these fucking rappers. And I be trying to tell them, it's like, nigga, we all came from this, we was on a boat together, my nigga. You know what I mean? But we killing each other. You see what I'm saying? But you don't like me. I never fucked your bitch. We ain't never break bread with each other or nothing. Nigga, but it's like, I don't bring the gun out the crib to kill Whitey or to kill the police, nigga. Right. I bring the gun out to kill you. I dare you to step on my motherfucking or to look at me. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is this nigga looking at?
I mean, it wouldn't be that way if you weren't surrounded by only black people, right? If you had a mixed group, it would be different.
What you mean?
I mean, like we are segregated, right? And like you live around a whole lot of black people.
Right.
So then the people you interact with most are working class black people. So then when you have a problem, you going right. If you had a mixed neighborhood, you wouldn't be going to black people. You'd be going at some white guy that pissed you off.
I mean, to a degree, the way we live nowadays is still. I can't even move into a Jewish neighborhood. You know what I mean?
You could.
No, not like that. But even though now,
because you good.
No, listen. But you could. I tried that before, and it's like, regardless of how good your credit is or whatever it is, nigga, you still a nigga.
They stopped you.
You still a nigga. You can't get in.
How did they stop you?
You just can't get in. You fill in the application, and once they find out, oh, he don't got a fucking Weinsberg name or this whatever shit you want to call it, yo, you ain't getting in here. Oh no, we sold it already. Or we did this and that. It still exists. It still exists. You know what I mean? But I think, but for me, there's a reason for why we act the way we act. We just got to catch ourselves, man, and you know what I mean? Because I know it's not 100% our fault because we was kidnapped and put here. You know what I mean? But we still got to we got to still be responsible for doing the dumb shit. You know what I mean? Killing old ladies and raping them and, you know what I mean?
Do you like the Hulu show about Wu-Tang?
I never seen that shit.
You never watched it?
I never watched it. Never in my life. RZA know that. Never watched it.
Why didn't you watch it?
Because that's not my story. You want a Ghostface story, you get a Ghostface story.
It's partly your story.
It's not my story. You could take a piece of me and, oh, yo, we had two brothers with muscular dystrophy. Know what I mean? But I'm me, yo. You know what I mean? Like, there's a story behind myself that...
Aren't you curious?
I don't care about that shit, bro. I didn't watch that shit. I didn't watch it.
It was good.
I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm glad that y'all saying it was good because, RZA my brother. He got a vision. Something he want to put on TV. All right, cool. But I never got a chance to speak to the person that was writing me.
Really?
That was whoever was writing my parts out. I never got a chance to do my 1-2 after the first time. Did the one time in the first season. It didn't show up like how I wrote it. I mean, how I was talking to the person.
You didn't talk to the actor?
Nah. Even beyond that, I mean, I talked to him afterwards.
No, but before is the point.
No, this is like 2 years after, whatever, when I first talked to the guy.
Because if I'm playing Ghostface, I want to talk to you.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? But, I can't argue with the Abbott. That's my brother, so he could do what he want to do. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang is his. You know what I'm saying? So, I never got a chance to to see that. I never said I never got a chance. I just never watched it. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it.
Huh.
That was it. I told Riz know what it is.
So wait, there's a documentary coming out on Dirty. Are you gonna watch that? Are you like?
I watch it because
That's different.
Yeah, it's different. I think I might have they interviewed me too.
Okay.
On there, so you know what I mean. I said a couple of things, whatever. But yeah, but no.
You know I'm in there.
No.
I'm tied to Dirty Story after the MTV show.
Oh, the MTV, yeah. He was special, man.
He was very special.
He was special, man.
Wait, what did you teach? Because 2 of your sons are rapping.
Yes.
What did you teach
sons.
them about MCing?
I just, we don't really go through it like that. When we in the studio though, I try to show them ways that I took. Like as far as rhyming, try this and try that. You know what I mean? I know Preem is he's more of a conscious rapper. Like he could go both ways though. He's like me, you know what I mean? But he's more like in a Kendrick lane.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And while my other son, he the streets. You know what I mean? He living it. You know what I'm saying? So it's and I try to give him pointers like, yo, on just how to master your shit, be open to other things, but just say shit that people won't say, but even moves the words, different words. Look at shit like this and look at, whatever it is I say to him at that time.
You're an MC who could take a phone book and read it, and I would be captivated. Because I know you put all kind of flavor and shit and jokes and
how you look at
intonations in it. And I'm like, he's just reading the phone book. His shit is incredible.
It's how you see it. Yeah. You could be right. It's how you look at things. You know what I mean?
What do you worry about?
I mean, if you do worry, you're not getting a chance to finish what you done started. You know what I mean? Before your time is up. You know what I mean? I worry about even when I leave this planet, like, did I do enough? You know what I mean? That I know that this planet is just it's just like it's an illusion to me. Like, you know what I mean? I know that I'm accumulating my credit that's gonna show on Judgment Day for where I need to go. You know what I mean? I believe when we hear, that's all we're doing, whether it's good credit or bad credit. If you a fucked up nigga, yeah, there's a place for you over here. You know what I mean? If you just passed, I don't care what a 65, 70, all right, you be all right. You stay away from that place over here.
You think you're on the path to heaven? Is that what y'all call it?
You want to fight to go to Jannah. You want to live your life to try to make it to Jannah, which is heaven.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
and you're on the path?
I don't know. Shit, I did a lot of foul shit. You know what I mean? It's like you better hope.
But you have to fight, you're saying, internally to make sure
you gotta look at your life right now and basically just try to do good deeds. Just do good. Listen, me cussing is a sin. You know what I mean? No, don't look at it as like a bullshit sin. You know what I mean? Like, these are spells that we throwing around. Every time you cuss. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to even say that, about the cuss again. But I ask for forgiveness. But there's a lot of things that we walk out of house that we accumulate that are sins that you don't even know that you have did, bro. You know what I mean?
Is there a hell?
Of course there's a hell. And a lot of people say, yo, your heaven and hell is here on earth. And that could be true too. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you are going to get judged, which I believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me being,
that Allah
being a Muslim.
will judge you.
You have to get judged. Even your mother, your grandmother could have died. You think grandma looking down in heaven at you right now? No, hold on. You think so?
Do I think what?
Like, I don't know if your grandmother died.
Oh,
anyway,
yes, of course.
You think grandma looking down right now? Tell me true.
You know what? Let me say it like this. I don't know. I know that my father passed several years ago, and
Right.
he remains a present part of my mind. Think about him a lot, right?
Right,
There's
okay.
time if I'm doing the right thing,
Right.
taking care of my family, doing the stuff that he's like, I want you to be good at this, and I'm doing that, and I'm like, he sees and he's proud of me, right? I'm doing right by him.
Right.
So in that sense, I think that he is watching.
Mm-hmm. That could be for real. That could be
I
real.
don't have I have a tangible sense of him still watching.
Right.
I don't have a tangible sense of my grandmother's like that for whatever reason.
I mean, regardless, I was just saying because.
But I what you're saying, I feel it with him.
Right. Okay. That's good. I was going to in that world is that every time somebody died, people acting like they went to heaven already. You know what I mean? Rappers and all that. Oh, he's in heaven looking down on us.
Yes.
You don't know what this motherfucker could have did.
Oh, you may.
You don't know what your grandmother.
My grandmother might
Your grandmother
be in hell.
could have set her nigga up to get killed. It didn't even tell you.
But
you just know her as old grandma. She's not gonna tell you that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that she might not even. Everybody got to get judged. Everybody, regardless if you like it or not.
Right.
The babies, the people that don't get judged is the ones that was like that might have died when they was like premature or 5 months old. Or
you make me think
you
about.
see what I'm saying?
I do, but
everybody got to get judged.
I look at my kids and any of our kids,
Right.
and it's like by the time our kids are like really awake and like 12, 13, 14 and able to judge us, it's like, yo, I was cool before you came along. I am not cool because I'm taking care of you every day.
Right.
And they can't even conceive of like, yo, you know, I used to be in the clubs, right? And getting numbers and doing my thing. And I was on the street, whatever. Like you don't even know that person. You're like, they're like, what?
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
insane.
Yeah.
And like your kids, it's like, it's on record. Like you could hear the records, you could see the videos, you could read the history, but even still, they're like, Dad is just dad. He like.
Yeah. But, you know, they came up, you know what I'm saying? They know what I do and shit like that. But I was just making that point is that how I see life and that my purpose here is to correct a lot of things that I done did in my past because I did a lot of foul shit. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go back to the essence with that over me.
With the shit you
with
did.
the past over me like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, once you know now, that's why I say Islam kind of like saved my life and it brought me back. So it's like, you know, you got to move righteously. There's only two things you can do. You can move righteously or unrighteously.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
So now you're trying to be righteous every day?
I've been trying to be righteous. It's as most that I could.
Have you
I'm not
slipped?
perfect.
You slipped?
We all slip. I slipped by cursing.
More than that.
No, just saying no. I mean, I haven't shot nobody and did nothing that's outrageous, but you know what I mean? But when I'm, you know, just living righteous, just do what you could do to bet. I don't care if it's like, yo, you know what? Yo, go get a loaf of bread and just feed these birds in this parking lot. You know what I mean? That's the shit that I'm on. You know what I mean? Just
Really?
go ahead and do, of course. You gotta do it.
To
Gotta
take
do it
care
for the
of
Most High.
others.
No, you gotta do that. You gotta do deeds that's gonna offset all that bad shit that you accumulated. You know what I mean?
That's what you're doing now.
You have to do things like that.
Offsetting things.
No, you have to think. You have to do things with the Most High wants. Make him smile. Do whatever. Like if you know that makes him happy. If I steal a book of matches from you, I'm gonna feel fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Why do I got that feeling over me? Because I did wrong. If I beat you and you gave me $20 back from the store, a little girl give you back $20, that shit even gave you the money like that because she made a mistake. And I take that money. But me knowing how I got a lot of just righteousness over me, you know what I mean? And knowing that, yo, there's angels watching you regardless of what. You know what I mean? So I know I'm gonna get, if I take this money from this girl, I'm gonna get judged for it. Now my man might be like, nigga, what's wrong with you, man? Fuck that shit.
And this is totally different than the way you looked at the world.
Back then.
Yeah.
Okay then. We're men now. Like we really gotta really start thinking of yo, listen, let me tell you, you'll be dead more longer than you are alive.
Of course.
Okay then. That means to show you that this time that we live in is short.
Yes.
It's not even the length of a fingernail compared to eternity.
Yes.
This is not even half of a nail.
So you're preparing for eternity.
You have to. That's why, or else what the fuck is you doing still living here? not doing shit, drinking, smoking, doing, yeah, we have a good time and all the other shit, but you gotta like, okay, you know what? That was that, back to the shit.
Yeah.
Even in the mix of that, you having a good time in the club, you might see a bum on the street, you know what, here, take that 20. I don't care what you do with it. Just take the shit. You know what I mean? Because the drinking is his happiness. And they tell you that in the Quran. It says, yo, my mother was drinking. And I didn't want to give her money to drink, but it said, yo,
that's
if that's your mother's happiness, then do it. And that's what you got to tell me.
You read the whole Quran?
No, I didn't read the whole Quran. You know what I mean? But I read enough and I listened enough. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, yo, that's what I got to do that's why when she went back to the essence, I didn't really have no pressure sitting on my chest here like I've had guilt. No, I gave her whatever she wanted.
Is this in your music? This sense of morality?
I don't know. It's just there. Like I got music that's coming on a way that sounds like this. That'll be talking like, you know, because street shit is street shit.
Because you have a deep sense of morality.
You know what I mean? But you know, it's not gonna be 2 for 5s every day. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, there's time you gotta get and be like, yo, you know what, nigga? Everybody got false teeth in their mouth, orthopedic shoes, nigga, canes on them and shit. Let's do this talk.
So wait.
For my niggas. You know what I mean?
So I imagine that when you was in the street, putting aside the Quran talk, right? That was amazing. That I imagine you was probably pretty good with your hands. Right?
We was in the street. Yeah, we Stapleton.
Like you was
we was
fighter.
We was robbers and fighters.
But you could beat somebody up with your hands.
We could we knocked a few people. I knocked a few people out.
You still good?
I didn't have to in a minute. You know what I mean? You know, you don't lose.
It's a different life.
Yeah. No, like shit, you know,
but
rotator
like
cuffs is fucking.
If the question was, we gotta fight somebody in an MC. Are you like you think you like the best with your hands out of MCs?
I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that because I don't know these niggas. You know what I mean? Shit. I heard Melly Mel and my man from motherfucking what's his name from Ghetto Boys and shit.
Scarface?
No, the other one.
Willie D?
Yeah, Willie D. Heard he nice with his hands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know these other names. You know what I mean? Like you don't judge a book by its cover.
You don't know until you get into it with a man.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because at least the motherfucker that you sleep on would be the nigga that'll do it to you.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care with hands or guns. You know what I'm saying? So you don't go out there and be like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You keep your fucking mouth shut. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's somebody who really knows what they're doing.
Keep your mouth shut.
Who's not barking.
Nah, you keep your mouth shut.
Worry about the guy who's not
loudest nigga
barking.
in the room, man, is always the weakest one. You know, everybody know that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just keep I'm an analyzer. So I could read body language. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, I seen niggas. I seen motherfuckers that you don't want to fuck with, that if a nigga come in the room right now and the nigga's socks is pulled up like near his knees, you know you might, and his shoes is tied mad tight.
You don't want to fuck with him?
You might want to leave this nigga alone.
He's crazy.
Yeah, you might want to leave him alone. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like those are the niggas you don't fuck with. You try to herb the nigga and shit, but you know what? Be easy. You know what I'm saying? So I look at shit, man. I just don't dive in. Like stupid motherfuckers dive in and just be doing stupid. And that's how they get knocked out. You know what I mean? Bro, you can't judge a book by its cover, man. I seen it. I seen niggas with they same socks up to their knees, ready to get busy.
But can you say, I would not want it with so-and-so?
Nah, I'm not saying that.
I can see,
I ain't saying
I'm good.
that. Nah, I ain't saying that. I would never say no shit like that. I don't want it with a nigga like that. Cause I know me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that shit to act like, oh, the nigga say he don't want it with me. It's like, I don't even think that way. That never went into it didn't even go on my cash register like that. Like, yo, I don't want it with this nigga right here. No, never.
I can handle anybody.
Never. Nah, it's not the fact you can handle him, but you know what? Let me tell you something. When you fight a man, somebody gotta die, bro. And that's what these little niggas don't understand. You know what I mean? A man's supposed to die. When they go to war, it's like two lions. You know what I mean? It's somebody got to die. Like, it got to be one man really left standing. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because you fight to the death. You don't fight to spare, nigga.
Can't we just have a fair one and like...
Nigga, ain't no fair ones. It's whatever it is. Like, yo, no. You could try to jump my brother right there, nigga. I'm gonna kill you. I'm on your ass too. Ain't no fair ones now. It's none of that. Now, if it's your man, okay, maybe it's like that. You could probably get a fair one out of there like that where nobody don't whatchamacallit and y'all gonna hug it out and go drink that 40 afterwards and all that shit like that. But when if it's a nigga you don't know, no. I don't care if you're a rap nigga. It's like, yo, you ain't my friend. Unless me and you really rock like that, but we're not friends. I'm not saying I don't want to be your friend, because I'm not here to promote no violence.
No.
You know what I mean? But in reality, we not friends, bro. We're not friends. You get me set up, nigga. It's like, I don't take, you know, I still gotta look at you like a stranger. But you know, but like, you know, not saying a cool stranger, but someone that's like, you know, we do the same thing. You know what? That's it. Yeah, bro.
What'd you tell? You have a daughter too, who's a singer?
Nah, my daughters ain't said. Method Man got a daughter that's
You have 3 kids in the industry though, right? 3 kids making music?
They're not in the industry. Yeah.
But you have 3 kids who are trying to, you have a child who's trying to be a singer also.
Yeah.
What did you talk to them about? Because that's different.
I mean, you know, it's we don't even talk about singing and shit like that. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about, you know what I mean? We don't talk about that's whatever that person do is that's what they do. We never had the one-on-one on something like, yo, this and that, give him tips. Yeah, whatever. Nah.
Can you sing?
Nah, I just do hooks, man. Yeah, that's it. Close to shit like that, though. But you know, I wish I was, though. Wish I could.
Who impresses you now out of MCs now?
Who impresses me now?
Yeah.
Nah, nobody don't impress me. Because we out of that impress stage, like, really. You know what I mean? That shit passed. You know what I mean? Whoever's still good is still good. You know what I mean? But nobody, like, makes me run back to go, you know, oh shit, I gotta go. Unless I hear some crazy shit, like I told you. You know what I mean? Like me and my bro over here was just listening to Kiss in the joint. He's going crazy. He had bars.
Jada Kiss.
Yeah. So you know, like certain individuals that got bars that'd be like, yo, you know what? Let me get ahead and go, you know what I mean? Sharpen my shit up or go get right or whatever. You know what I mean? But a lot of the times those days is over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, if I hear something from Genius, and he blow up, it's like, oh my God, this nigga just said the most craziest, not like I said, Nas too. Like, there's only a couple of people that make you want to go do that. The Locks for sure makes you want to go, because them niggas is street. You know what I mean? So it's like they keep your blade sharp too. Like oh shit, yo. You know what I mean? So I take a little bit from everybody.
When you say make your blade sharp,
yeah,
you mean it inspires you to go
like I might hear something and be like, that's all I needed was that battery right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know what I mean? You know, because it might be so dope. It's like it make you want to go right. Like back in the days when I heard Mob, Nas, Big, and them, it made you want to go right. Made you want to go get the pen. You couldn't wait to go to the studio just to do what it did. That's why my ears was always all ears when Nas did Illmatic, and then the next one was written came out. It was written came out, and I Am and all them other. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, you know, he was going crazy. Genius too with Liquid Swords and Animal Planet and all that shit like that. It's like, yo, crazy.
Was it pressure being in the Wu and that there's all these other guys who are doing incredible shit?
Of course. Yes, it was pressure because I'm a slow writer.
Okay.
I'm a slow writer. They fast. Genius is kind of slow too, but whatever he say, it's like he's like the Wall Street Journal of rap. His shit is like he a professor. and all
Yeah.
that other shit. So it's like, damn, I'm reading the paper right now as he's saying this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, but everybody had their own little thing, but it was pressure. It was pressure.
Yeah.
Being a monk, because you know what? So many good niggas. Listen, a lot of times I do things, I refuse to come in last place.
Right.
I don't want to come in. I don't want to be the last nigga on the boat, nigga. I refuse, you know what I mean? And shit like that. Now, might be late trying to catch a motherfucking plane and shit, but when it's come to shit like this, no.
But yeah, I'm on a song with Jizza, Deck, whatever, like.
Nigga, it's scary. And there was times that if you don't get on that, if you can't kill a song like you're supposed to, then you don't belong on it. You know what I mean? And we come from the time when you just get pushed to the side.
Right.
Because you ain't murder it.
Right.
Nowadays, niggas take it personal.
Jizza was the scariest to you out of your crew?
I never looked at who was the scariest.
I mean,
but going against him, he was a big one. He was a whale. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this nigga right here is, all right, cool. But then you got Ray right there. How Ray comes, then you got Meth, then you got Deck. It's like you just got killers, like he a silent assassin.
If Genius is the Wall Street Journal, what is Method Man?
Meth was one of those dudes that he stood out. When we was coming in on Staten Island, he was the one that stood out the most.
First.
As far as not just bars, he had styles.
Yeah.
He had like a lot of styles.
Yeah.
So it was like, but when you put his bars over inside those styles, he was one of them that was like, when they be doing like metaphors and shit, he was doing that shit like back then.
Yeah.
Like all that shit Lil Wayne be doing and all the metaphors and all the trying to catch and like, oh shit, this nigga break a leg and yo, this nigga Meth was going in like.
But then Dirty was
Dirt was the soul.
Pure energy.
Pure energy and did what he wanted to do.
Scream.
And was soul.
Primal.
Lay on the fucking floor. Do whatever you want. Do the shit.
He's the id.
The nigga.
Right? He does whatever he wants to
club,
do. Right.
Nigga.
Right.
You know, at the bar. Yeah, nigga.
Deck
is an inspector. He analyzed shit too. We all analyze. But Deck was an analyzer too. He was who he was, the inspector. He was an inspector. It was just everybody got their name. RZA, a doctor. You know what I mean?
And Raekwon?
Raekwon was like, he was just like a chef. He was a chef. He was a chef. He's one of those guys that he made certain rap just sound like, you hear him on Scarface. He was just like, yo, we just going in and everything that was coming out of his mouth, Lou Ferrigno on coke, Arabs, wing up in yellow cabs, musty as fuck, waving their arms, the Arab. Niggas was like, yo, he just killed you. Sit back, cool like Kaluuya's on rocks. On what niggas was saying, man, whatever, I forgot what the fuck he was saying.
So if he's the journal and he's the chef and
everybody
who are you?
had something.
Who are you?
I don't know, man. I was just me, man. I was just a ghost. But it became me. You know what I mean? Because it was like even on 36 Chambers, it's like I was the first voice on there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The first voice. And RZA told me that one day, like I ain't really analyze. He told me that I think we was in Dubai not too long ago. Like, yo, you was the first one that set it off on the first record.
But that's what I'm saying, that you, Dirty, and Meth have an outward charismatic sound that leaps off the track that would bring in people who aren't yet in the movement, right? And then once you get in, then you're like, oh wow, like Ray and Jizza and RZA and like the Deck are like fucking incredible too. But you guys are like, there's a way that you are louder and I don't mean vocal, I don't mean volume wise. Like if I had never seen you guys before, you three would leap out first, sonically and the way you perform.
I never looked at that. And I know, you know, because I don't even like listening to my own shit.
Really?
No, I don't. Like, I don't listen to Supreme Clientele's, Iron Man's, all that shit like that. It's like I do the albums. I got to listen to my album now because I got to learn the words to some of these songs or whatever the case may be. But, but going back, throwing it in, You know what I mean? I don't listen for the fact there's too many mistakes that I see.
You listen
the
to your
music.
albums and hear mistakes?
Had mad mistakes. Even with the length of the records, like I shouldn't even kept it that long. And like I told you, I'm in a place where I think, and I'm not gonna say I do because nobody's perfect, but I kind of think I know where I want to be now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with this last album, I told him, I said, yo, there's a couple of things we could have took off. I could have took the skit off. I could have took the Let Me Touch You record. That's what it's called? Let Me Touch You or Let Me Fuck You? Touch You, right? Yeah, could have took that off. A couple of things I could have did. You know what I mean? Yeah, and shit. And, you know, yeah, brother, it's like you learn as you go. So I think I'm at that point where I know where I want to be.
When you are alone and you are listening to music, what are you reaching for?
Oh, you know me. I'm going for the Stevies.
Yeah, you go to 70s, 60s soul music.
I go to all that flash. I even go like to the regular like Avant and all them Case and all that nice shit like
R&B.
that. I like R&B and I like soul music. Yeah, like Lauryn Hills. I like going back in the to the Whispers. That's where I got this Skate Odyssey from.
So as a listener, you more of an R&B?
More of an R&B, more than rap. More than rap.
I can feel that in your music. Of course you love hip hop.
Yeah, I love rap.
You are hip hop.
Yeah.
But when you listening,
it comes from there. That's why I could take a song like Holla and rhyme over the words. Remember how they did I love you like that, Delphonics, and rhyme over the words because that already been my record since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even hear them when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So it's mad records I could do like that I did and that I wrote to, but I never laid them down.
It's crazy that you are hip hop and but you really love that.
I love that. Love that. Like, yeah. With my stories, I'm not gonna say like that, but I be feeling like, yo, cause you know, R. Kelly was one of my favorite R&B singers and shit, but I would have blew him out the box. You know what I mean?
So if you were in a different era,
if I was
you would have been a singer.
I think so.
Because I
think I probably have been back in the 70s?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I could have been one of them, could have been a live pimp too. Like, I could have been a singer mixed with the Mac or something like somebody, but I'd have been cool. Whatever it was, I would have been on nerve. You know what I mean? In the 70s. You know what I mean? Like I probably been one of them. No, any Black Power too, nigga. Yeah. So, yeah, one of those motherfuckers.
Man, I could talk to you all day, man.
Yo, nah, it's all good, B.
Thank you so
you know how
much,
we doing
man.
shit. Yeah, nah, it's all good.
That's incredible. Thank you, man.
Nah, oh my God, yeah. Show a day. Appreciate you, B. Been a while.
Thanks so much to Ghost for a great interview, and thanks to you for listening. Touré Show Thanks so much to Ghost for a great interview, and thanks to you for listening. Touré Show gives you fuel to power your dreams because you can use your dreams like a rocket ship to blast you into a life you never imagined. You can make your dreams a reality. Maybe, somehow, this show can help. Touré Show is written by me, Touré, and produced by Ashley Hobbs. Our editor is Ryan Woodhall. Our booker is Ray Holiday. And we're distributed by DCP Entertainment. And we will be back next Wednesday with more amazing guests because the man can't shut us down. Hey, if you like what you saw today, be sure to check out more Touré Show content right here. Don't forget to click that subscribe button for more Touré Show content every week.